Hello there. This is Philip Branton, the Revoked Civil Servant. It's December 15th, and just wanted to offer you a little update going into the weekend here, downhill till Christmas. So, I found an article interesting. I'd just like to add this as an anecdote, I guess. But it comes from Marine Corps Times. And it was by, I believe, I assume it's a lady by the name of Sean Snow. It could be a gentleman. But anyway, it said Thanksgiving weekend liberty held hostage over Marine video posted to Terminal Lance, which is a comic strip site. And basically, it goes in, and kind of gives an account as to what's happening. It says, and I'll read here, just a little excerpt. It says, according to former Marine Lance Corporal Maximilian Uriarte, the creator of Terminal Lance, battalion commander, recently attempted to withhold his unit's Thanksgiving weekend liberty due to a video posted to the Terminal Lance Instagram page. The video showed a Marine crushing a beer can on his head. Now I'll link to this article here so you can read it for yourself. But of course, when I think about the data behind this article, between, let's say, Marine Corps Times, the actual Terminal Lance website, their Instagram page, and Facebook, all the other social networking plugins. Kind of think like 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. In here, the cartoonist said he was being called by Marines to have their videos taken down so they could go to Thanksgiving. Well, as a data researcher or a networking engineer, I look at it from a totally different perspective. I try to take all perspectives into consideration. So, I think about the counterintelligence value of really what's transpiring here. Okay, so these actions took place prior to Thanksgiving, and so this article in Marine Corps Times is coming out now, December 13th. So think about the time in between that of what actions were taken, the actual reverberative blowback in a network. Now, to you, you may say, well, who cares? Or, well, why does that matter to me? But it does, okay? Especially when it comes to the validity of the data and how it's interpreted. Like I say, I look at it from the counterintelligence point of view, because these same Marine Corps leaders that are coming out with these instructions, to the Marines, they're watching all of this blowback and how it affects networks. They look at the timing spread, information operations back and forth, and they study it. Okay? This may be a huge exercise once all the dominoes are followed in information operations, to send as a wink up to the Navy War College. Say, hey, when it comes to information operations, this would be a good example to study. All right? It could be something as nefarious as that. But I wanted to offer this example because in it, in this article, it gives the inkling that Marine Corps brass is to blame. They're way overdoing it. Once again, 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, making a mountain out of a molehill, or making a molehill out of a mountain. And so those dynamics for data scientists, analysts, researchers, marketing, all that type of stuff, that comes into play. So with respect to my situation, it kind of is an analogy of how, when tasking is assigned and certain reverberative blowbacks are seen, the actual compartmentalization of responsibilities opens up inherent holes in who's aware of what. Okay? So I just wanted to offer that as a nugget going into the weekend for you to consider. I think that some of the outtakes and some of the links within the article is pretty interesting also. To say, that the comment section, which I also made an addition to, is pretty would be pretty informative as far as what other people came in and offered, not only what their thoughts were, but the reverberative effects of how the article rippled, through certain connections via the people in the comment section. Okay. Now, of course, since my last update, I've had some people, well, one in particular, but hey, Chris, why are you doing this? Take this down. It's not. Nobody cares. Chris, nobody cares. Basically, I agreed with him. I'm like, okay, maybe you're right. But sometimes you have to do things whether people actually care or not. Me myself, as a father, I have a daughter that's going to be a teacher someday. Now, you think about the blowback teachers get in class. Then think about the other flip side of it, the actual blowback teachers get from upper level school board and school administration officials. Teachers are basically in the middle. And so invariably, if my daughter decides to go into teaching, she's going to have to say, well, how do I react being in the middle? And there are going to be certain times where she's got to toe the line, no matter what. Because she's got to, I want her to be able to critically think and be able to not only think small, but also, what's the bigger picture here? So, that's some of it, you could look at it, or I look at it as a way of using a GoFundMe type informational platform, just doing something different. I don't know if anybody's ever in my position, because there's been other people before me, and there will be undoubtedly people after me, as far as follow on, that will, you lose their security clearance for some nefarious reason. Just because, A, maybe somebody don't like them, or what, most people really don't understand the big picture. So that's some of it, and you can look at it humorously as well. People get ideas for books and for movies from all different sorts of happenings in real life. Well, this is a happening in real life. Wherever it takes me, I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. Other, I guess, reasons are, I understand harmonics on a network, not just from the physical electrical connectivity, but I think or at least I've been researching the harmonic effects, not only as far as awareness, the actual operations. And believe me, I'm not the first. I'm just one of many that are focused on this field. Okay. So when I have people say this is a waste of time. I have a different take on it. History has a funny way of repeating itself. I mean, it's kind of like I told him about the tank. In the movie, Pat is coming into his new command, and they're giving up. He's giving an update, and Omar Bradley is saying, "Well, this happened, and he's like, "Well, hey, I told him." Well, that same thing. He's joking about how he put a new idea for a uniform with a gold helmet. They shot it down. But I think in this instance, in my case, Navy upper echelon, need to be cognizant of how a certain information gets manipulated up through a chain of command, and how certain information that well, and see, I use this once again. It's prime example. Most Navy brass, they don't want to know, because once they do, then they become responsible. You're talking about pension, DOD and government wide. Okay, and so when someone becomes aware of it and they don't take action, that has certain reverberative blowback, not in the present day, but in the future, because those non-actions can be used against them in their promotions. I don't want that. So I wanted to offer this as a little update here. I know I'm coming on 15 minutes, but I'll try to get something out maybe this weekend on some other topics I've had rolling around in here. But until then, just food for thought. I'll link to this article so you can read it and kind of think, you know, what is actually happening here? Because when you try to suppress certain types of activity, you know, you may be missing. You're looking at it as a glass half empty instead of it looking at the glass half full. So until then, you have a great weekend. In a previous video, talked about the tie challenge. Think about that. If you'd like to make a donation, that'd be great too. If not, share it and discuss. Anyway, have a great evening. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.